Since potato chips are just vegetable oil and potatoes, why do we see them as a junk food?
You know what it is? It is how that combination of, salt, fat, and sugar, or salt, fat, and like carbohydrates, hits our dopamine receptors, our taste buds, right? It just triggers a higher dopamine response. We're really like hardwired to love that like combination of flavors. And that can trigger overeating, right? So just the fact that it is carbohydrates, fat, and salt, even when it's homemade, even when it's like the like simplest ingredients option in the grocery store, because of that, because of like the crunch effect, it really kind of falls into the same category as ultra processed foods, even though a lot of options would just be considered processed, where it's just really easy to overconsume. And especially with how much salt they typically have, that is a major contributor to too high sodium intake. So it really has to do with like how easy they are to eat. I definitely think like the potatoes can still count towards our vegetable servings. They can still, I mean, I still have some go-to meals where I'm like, potato chips are our starch tonight, fam. Like we still eat potato chips. And like as part of a meal on occasion, just, be aware that especially when eaten on their own, that they can be, pretty easy to overdo just because of dopamine reward signaling and how that's related to the sort of hyperpalatability of that flavor combination. But, in moderation, they're absolutely can fit into a healthy diet. My favorite way to do that is to incorporate it in a meal. So, as the starchy side with some kind of vegetable, some salad or something like that, and some kind of quality protein. So when it's a part of a meal, my experience is that helps me moderate my consumption. But yeah, that's why it's just because they're hyper palatable because of that magical flavor combination.